and welcome to Stupid Topics and Dilemmas, the podcast where we talk about, yes, you guessed it, stupid topics and dilemmas. I'm your host, Chris Hoyles. Joining me, we have a man who, ironically, has the same last name as me, Mr. Ben Hoyles.
Hello.
Also joining me today, we have a man who can type at 40 words per minute, Mr. David Smolin.
That's me. All right, guys, so it has come to my attention that it is the time of year where something very special happens for most of America. And
what is that?
That is the Super Bowl.
Oh.
And the one thing I feel like, at least for me, in sports in general, the thing I love about sports is the competitiveness, right?
Mm.
You always have a team you're rooting for, and you would die for any reason for them to win, right?
I suppose
but
so.
It occurred to me that some sports and teams don't get the appreciation that the Super Bowl or football, basketball, baseball get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some sports that don't get any appreciation, like the nerdy sports like Quidditch or ping pong.
I don't know that they deserve any.
Or women's basketball.
Okay.
They don't
is
get
that a nerdy
any
sport?
Well, they don't get any appreciation, right?
Okay, yeah.
What are you talking about, Ben? They get appreciation every 4 years at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Twitter loves them.
But I think in order to help them out, I think we need to get them set off on the right foot.
Okay.
And so I think the best way to do that is to come up with some sort of cheer or chant to scream while watching these sports.
Okay.
So like,
Ben, can I stop you right there? I don't think creating a chant for people to yell while watching the sport will gain viewership, because they have to. You're basically saying they have to be watching it already for them to do the chant.
yeah, exactly. So, but like, if you're
How are we going to get them to watch it?
If you're so invested in it, you're gonna watch it more, and you're gonna tell your friends
Exactly.
about it. Like, we're gonna create a cult following for these sports. Like in soccer, the crowd will just start singing it. Like at any point in the game, they'll just go, oh, I don't know.
Ole, ole, ole.
Exactly, David's got it exactly right.
Ole.
Yeah, and they'll just start doing that. And that's what makes soccer amazing, you know?
Is that what makes soccer amazing? Is it the chant that does it?
Is it? Yeah, I was about to say that, but soccer is 90 minutes long, and 88 of them are boring as hell.
Exactly. Yeah, is the most viewed sport in the entire world by
Ben,
far.
I do have a question for you. Are you telling me that the leader of Qatar, the prince, king, whatever, paid to have the World Cup there just so he could have them sing Olé in his backyard? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not ruling it out, but I think that's one of the drawing factors to the sport. So I think
It was up there on his list.
Okay.
I think we should come up with some chants for the lesser known sports, the lesser like watch sports. So I'll start it off.
Well, let's pick a sport first.
Yeah, he's starting off.
So I think I'm just gonna say one that I've already come up with that I think is a general like chant for like a nerdy sport, or like honestly a hardcore sport as well. I think it would just really get the crowd going. So I'm gonna start it off. You guys follow my lead, all right?
I have an idea already.
This
I
is
hope
a
you aren't
chant.
stealing it.
This is a chant, right? So you guys
Okay.
follow my lead.
Oh, I think
I'm
know
gonna
what
lead
this
us
is.
off. All right, you guys ready?
Okay.
When I say Star Wars, you say Star Wars. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I think I'm missing it a little bit. Wait, go again, Ben. Let's try it.
What?
When I say Star Wars, you
Star
say
Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star
Star Wars.
When I
What is
say
this?
taco, you say taco. Taco.
Taco!
What is
Taco.
What are these
Taco.
for? What are these for, Ben?
Yeah, what
What
sport is
sports
this?
are these for?
These are just to get the crowd going. It doesn't matter what sport.
Ben, I have an idea. You mentioned Quidditch earlier. How about snitches get stitches? Snitches get stitches.
You just want to chant that repeatedly?
Because they have a golden snitch. They gotta chase
Yeah.
the golden snitch. Yeah.
I get it, but like, how do you get the crowd going?
They all just do it at once. They all do it together.
How do they know when to do it?
One guy starts doing it, and the rest of them start doing it like a wave.
All right, well, let's try it out. See if it works.
Snitches get stitches. Snitches get stitches.
stitches.
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches
get stitches.
Snitches get stitches. It's not that good. No.
See, Chris is like 10 seconds
No,
behind.
Ben, you're off. I was with David.
I'm right with David.
No, you're
I think
right.
we're all off a little bit there.
See, yours is not as good as mine.
No, it does not work as well.
No,
No.
okay. I'd like to piggyback on David's Quidditch idea. I think we should go, Harry, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Harry, he's our man. Oh.
What if there's no one named Harry playing?
There's
Well,
always
obviously there's someone
Harry
named
playing.
Harry.
It's the guy with the weird glasses.
I only know one guy named Harry in my whole
Whatever
life.
team is winning, that there's someone on that team named Harry.
If you say so. I don't know about that.
No, that's written into the rules of Quidditch. Am I right, Chris?
I haven't ever played, so I'll take your word.
You think that the real game is as biased as in the books where they just assign points to people like, yeah, I like the Gryffindor. Let's give them like 20 points.
Yeah. But basically, I think your guys' chance sucked.
Chris didn't
honestly-
even try yet. Oh, you did do the Harry one.
Well,
that was very
Ben,
forgivable.
I have had like 30 seconds to prepare. You've had a whole week to get your...
Yeah, you obviously
Can't
planned
go.
this one.
And all you said was, if I say Star Wars, you say Star Wars. That's the best you can think of
It
in
was
a
a
week.
masterpiece. It was a masterpiece.
What game are you
You
playing?
think I took a week? You think I took a week to come up with this?
Knowing you, yeah, I think so.
Well, what do you guys have to think about?
Well, Ben, can I just ask what sport you were thinking
Women's
of?
basketball.
Women's basketball.
I would go dribble to the left, dribble to the right, shoot it in the hoop, and we'll be all right.
That's awful.
Dribble to.
no.
Oh wait. All right, let's try it out, Chris. Though
Okay, let's try it out.
you
Yeah.
gotta try it. See if it works. See if I feel pumped. After.
Okay, hold on. Let me set the scene. Our team's low on the points, guys. We got to get them hyped up. The crowd's silent. We need to get them going. Let's pump them up. Dribble to the left. Dribble to the right. Shoot it in the hoops and we'll be all right. Come on, everybody. Dribble to the left. Dribble to the
left.
right.
Dribble to the
right.
Dribble to the left.
Hoops.
Dribble to the.
And it'll be all right.
Then it was off synced in my ear and I could not pay attention.
See, like it's too complicated. I can't
It's
repeat
too many
it.
words. Yeah.
I don't remember all the phrasing.
Well, I mean, I screwed up because listeners, you probably can't hear this, but because I've synced the audio, but there's a bit of a delay between myself and Ben because we're on a video call.
You'll sync it up after and it'll sound great, right?
Yeah, it'll sound pitch perfect.
That defeats the purpose. It was hard to follow, Chris.
Can you auto-tune these chants?
Auto tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just give you more work. Auto-tune, add a bass line.
I'll add a huge reverb.
Okay, I like that. Like it's in a gymnasium.
Like you're in an empty gymnasium.
I
you
have
have
no
any-
more. No, I have
you
no
have
good.
no more
I have no
chants?
good. We can do. No, actually, I have no good chants. See, my school has some good chants, but you can't just use them everywhere. You can't go Raider, Power, just at any game, you know.
See, I've only been my school only has one D1 team, and it's a hockey team. And I've only been to one hockey game, and I can't remember the chants, but I feel like I remember one of the chants was we just pointed at the enemy team and screamed like, "You suck, you suck." We're like very sore winners, apparently.
Whenever our team was good, we'd do a similar thing. We would just bully any of the enemy players that was doing bad. If they missed a goal, we'd just yell air ball whenever they got the ball.
That's exactly what our school
Easy
do as
out.
well.
And sometimes our coach would be standing up and would yell, like, I can't see, or like sit down just out them. Even like
Oh
we're in
my
the top
God.
bleachers, just to get them to sit down.
Down in front. All right, so our next topic comes from David. David, what you got for us?
There's something I've been noticing for a long time. I haven't had the chance to talk with y'all about it. Phone sizes. You used to have to pay more to get the smaller one, and now you have to pay more to get the bigger one. What's up with that?
Is that true?
Hold up, isn't it the other way around?
What do you mean?
Now you pay more to get the smaller
That's
one,
what he
no?
said.
No, I thought now you pay more to get the Pro, the bigger.
Yeah,
you know?
you pay more to get the bigger one.
That's what I've noticed. At least.
That wasn't the case before?
I don't remember paying more for a smaller one.
I'm talking like all the way back, and
Like in the
iPod
90s.
shuffles. Yeah, like those
Oh.
little size of a quarter. You used to pay like tons of money to have it.
I thought we were
cut
talking
in
like
half.
iPhone 4 or something.
No, way further back.
Okay, so
This
like
is a long
briefcase
trend.
cell phone versus pocket flip phone. The briefcase is going to
Exactly.
be less expensive.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's been a long trend. Why are we going backwards?
Well, that was because the technology, difference between a pocket phone and a briefcase phone is just so much different.
I'll give it to you, but
It's much more premium.
these days I would like to have a briefcase phone. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I think if you could have a cell phone with like a built-in margarita machine and like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that would be well worth the extra size, and I think worth more money as well.
See, that just sounds too heavy.
They're figuring out ways to make it more compact. The folding phones, you open it up, like a billion things can come out.
Yeah, but David, you know how much those cost?
Exactly. You're paying more
That's
for
his
it.
point.
It's crazy.
It's twice as much as like the highest iPhone.
That's
And
his
back
point.
then, the tiny cell phone used to be twice as much as the big briefcase phone.
So you're
And
telling
we're
me
going
that in the
backwards.
future you see yourself buying a folding phone?
No, we're going
I
back to
do.
briefcases, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, but in the transition we go from folding to briefcase.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
myself buying a phone maybe 2/3 the size of my current phone, but then it opens up to something like 5 times the size of my phone.
Oh, so like an
Wow.
origami sort of thing.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to get the best of both worlds here.
What do you think about like hairstyles? Do you think they followed suit? We used to have really big hair, and then we went to really small hair. Are we back
That
on
is
our way to
true.
big hair?
Possibly. I haven't seen anyone rocking the beehive yet, but
Should I
people are
get it?
starting to curl it more.
Should we all get ahead of this curve and go straight for the big hair?
Well, Ben, here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask our audience to go back in time with their haircuts, see how well they do. If you do well, give us a shout out, and then we'll help you transition. We'll get the movement going.
Exactly. We'll bring it to the mainstream.
Because I have plenty of hairspray, guys.
But just the three of us doing R&D, it's just not enough people, so we need to use our audience.
Yeah, we need to leverage what we have here.
There we go.
What about tongues? What about big tongues?
What
That
do
used
you
to be a
mean by
thing.
that? I don't believe I know anything about that
Tongues?
one.
Like in your
Yeah,
mouth tongue?
Like Gene Simmons tongues. Yeah.
It reminded me, is Gene Simmons the Kiss player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy that did this.
And for those
you
of
make
you
some
that
noises?
can't hear what Chris just did on camera, he stuck
Yeah,
out
if
his
you
tongue
can't
all the way.
hear, if you can't hear Chris's facial expression,
Yeah. He stuck out his tongue like Gene Simmons.
I'll do it again for those of you guys who didn't see that.
Oh, perfect.
Is my tongue big?
He did it. I would classify your tongue as big. That's pretty big. Like
Let's see yours, Ben.
That's pretty big.
viewers, that it goes down to like the bottom of his chin.
it does.
David, let's
Then
see
let's
yours. Oh, Ben.
Oh my God, Ben's goes down to like his upper chest.
Mine goes like halfway to my chin.
David.
That's insane.
David's barely comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. David's like kind of covers his bottom teeth, and that's about it.
No, it's like right between yours two. Don't brand me as a small tongue guy. Come on.
But do we think we're going back towards big tongues?
No,
I don't
definitely
believe
not.
it was a trend. I think it was just that guy's got a big tongue.
Well, Ben, I'll tell you what. Why don't you start going back towards big tongue, and I'll tell you if it's working.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big enough sample size for just one.
No, I think
Like
it
people
is.
are gonna
think
love
if-
me no matter what.
I think if you do it, you'll become a sensation, and that'll be enough of a sample size.
I'll be a sensation without a tongue.
I think it'll accelerate it for sure.
if some lowlifes like you tried it, maybe we could get some.
You know, a little offended in my own segment. Actually, here's another thing I've noticed. Water bottles, they got bigger too.
Oh,
they?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah. A standard water bottle will not fit in a cup holder.
No, not even like a backpack thing. You gotta clip it to your jeans or something.
Yep.
Most people just carry it in front of them.
I carry around a bag of zip ties.
I mean, especially at my school, where everyone's kind of like a hippie, no one uses water bottles.
Out here, all the girls got their hydro flasks.
If I go to class, everyone, like I'd say about half the class has their own water bottle. They don't have like
But
a
those
plastic
are
one.
massive.
Yeah, some of them are
massive,
big, some of them are reasonable size.
Well, even the plastic ones, like what's Smart Water, those are really tall.
Mm-hmm.
Way bigger than a Dasani.
Yeah.
Well, do you find yourself choosing those ones over the smaller water bottles?
I don't, but there's definitely a marketplace for it.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Be drinking like a quart of water and you wouldn't even know it.
There's a big hydration push, I'll tell you that much.
I think it's pushed by like big bathroom.
So, David,
bathroom.
what you're saying is we need to stop drinking water, reduce the hydration, and down with the man.
Stick it to them. Stick it to them. They're just trying to gouge you for your money.
Well, there you go, listeners.
Up your water bill, they're running you dry.
So, listeners, if you find yourself within arm's reach of not only your water bottle, but someone else's water bottle, go ahead and do us a favor. Pour it out. I don't care where you are. If you're on a plane,
Exactly.
pour it
Pour
out
it out.
on the floor and help the world.
I would advise the viewers to carry on just a flask and a shot glass, and that's how they hydrate themselves. You know, just clear water.
What's
If
in the
anyone
flask?
asks you, water.
Water,
Just to be
okay,
clear.
So just show up to class.
But it prepares you. Yeah.
So you show up to class. You're a little parched. Bring out your shot glass. I'm assuming it's got
Exactly.
some sort of like logo on it. Like maybe you got it from
Yep.
Vegas. Put out your shot glass. Unscrew your flask. And then just have the whole
Maybe it says Smirnoff on it. Who knows?
have the whole class chant down in one, down in one.
Exactly. I think if you're trying to have some fun with it, set up a flight of shots with your buddies,
Yep.
Keep the hydration low, just as much as you need. It keeps you efficient.
Yeah, you only need to drink water like once every 3 days. Isn't that what scientists tells us?
I think so. Well, I think that wraps it up, yeah. Lots of backtracking here.
How would you wrap up your question?
I just think that we're going backwards a lot. That's what I've really been noticing.
Things are getting bigger when they were getting
Made to
smaller.
go against the flow. Go against the grain to really grow here.
Viewers, let's make a change.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with you.
Bring shots to class. It'll go well.
Well, that's not a knife.
And that, of course, brings us to our next segment we like to call Australian slang. Now, if you've listened to this podcast before, you are familiar with British slang, and David surprised me how much British slang he knows. So I'm hoping he doesn't know that much Australian slang. We're going to find out. Our first word is budgie smuggler. What is a budgie smuggler?
What the
Hold
hell?
on, hold on. Can you give it to us in a sentence? I have an idea.
In an Australian sentence, please.
That's a small budgie smuggler, mate.
That is not helpful. You can't just add an adjective to a noun and then say it's a sentence.
And then put mate at the end. I feel like that's all his sentences are going to be.
All right. Well, as far as I know, a budgie is a bird. Like those little, like a parakeet.
bird.
Yeah. So it's like a guy who steals pets from a PetSmart.
You think that's what it is?
Nope. Chris, am I right?
Is that your guess? Because you do lose points for incorrect guesses.
Yeah,
Well, I have a different guess. I'm not taking David's guess.
Okay, well, I'll answer David's guess. David, that is incorrect. You lose
Darn,
a
I
point
really
for
thought.
that. David, you're minus 1 point. For every question you get right, you get plus 3 points. So it's not over yet. Ben, would you like to guess next?
If the so if I guess wrong, it's minus point. If I guess right, it's +3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I'll pass. I decline to guess.
If he passes without guessing, I say it's -3.
Yeah, that's
Whoa,
basically
whoa.
getting a wrong answer.
No.
I think that's Ben,
Okay, I'll
just
guess,
for
I'll
doing that, I'll
guess.
give you -5 points for that. You can't take advantage of it.
I'll throw another guess
Come
your way.
on.
I think it's like a
asked.
hiney.
What do you mean by hiney? Like a butt?
Yeah, like a butt, like a
No.
booty.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I gave you 2 guesses. I gotta call it on that one.
Ben, you're -1.
No. This is
No,
my
he's
first guess.
-5.
A budgie smuggler has to be, God, a small budgie smuggler, huh?
It doesn't have to be anything.
I think it would have to be like a purse.
That's a good guess.
That is incorrect.
Dang it! All right, so I'm only -1 though. So
He's
that's
-6 now.
No. All right, Chris,
All right,
we
Chris.
give up.
Yeah,
What is
You
it?
guys give up? A budgie
Yeah.
smuggler is, drumroll please, a Speedo.
Ew.
What the hell's a budgie then? I don't like that.
Oh no.
I do not like that.
Banana hammock of the underworld, huh?
Yeah.
So, with that first round over, David, you're in the lead, -2. Ben,
you.
you're behind, -6. But it's not over yet.
Why am I
Round two.
-6? I only made one guess.
Round 2 is
You
worth
disrespected
4
the host.
points. Ben, you can still tie it up with one correct
God.
answer.
All right, fine.
Okay, your next word is dag.
Dag. I guess first, Ben. I think you should take the
All
lead
right,
on
I'll
this one.
guess first. Is that a slang word for a lesbian?
That is incorrect. Ben, you are now
I
minus
thought I
7
had
points.
it with that one.
May I have it in a sentence, Chris?
Oh, hold up. I did not get in a sentence.
Ben is a dag.
Ben is a dag?
Yes, Ben is
He's
a
a
dag.
darn tootin' idiot. He's a darn tootin' imbecile, I'll tell you what. Is that what a dag is?
No, that is incorrect. David, you are -3 points. Ben, you are -7. Man, I don't even think you guys will get in the positive points.
A dag. You're a good-looking guy.
Nope, that is incorrect.
All right, I'll pass.
Oh,
then.
that's
it.
another negative for
I'm
David.
okay with that. I'm still ahead of you, Ben.
All right, Chris, we
Yeah, we give up now.
we give up.
I gave it a valiant effort.
It means nerd or geek.
Ah,
You were
Why
close,
am I
David.
a nerd or geek?
thank you. Because I asked for it in a sentence and you didn't.
Why am I a gag?
A dag.
A dag.
Not a gag. A gag is like a sock in a mouth.
Your last word, and this one's going to be worth plus 15 points, okay? Because you guys are really low on the points.
I don't
Okay.
think that should be how it goes, but okay.
What does piece of piss mean?
Piece of piss. Can I have it in a sentence?
Um,
An Australian sentence, please.
okay.
Yeah,
with the
not just a
accent.
Let
normal.
me think of one. Let me think of one.
Accent is preferable. It really helps me. That's why I haven't gotten any yet.
I'm trying to... well, I guess
There's a
the first
strong
one in
correlation
accent.
between that, isn't there, David?
I'm trying to
There is,
think
there
of
is.
one. I'm trying to think of one that doesn't give it away. That was a piece of piss, mate.
I'm going to go with, that was a real rough time.
No, not quite.
A real rough experience. A real rough thing, maybe. I don't know.
No, you're close though, David. I'll give you that.
Hold
You're
on, let me
close.
guess.
Yeah, I'll let Ben guess.
That was a piece of piss, mate.
That's an awful sentence, by the way.
I'm
Not
thinking.
helpful at all.
I'm thinking. This is too hard, by the way.
Okay, what if I said, this quiz is a piece of, or this quiz is not a piece of piss?
I'm gonna say a piece of piss in American would be a shit show.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
No.
too. But no? Okay. It's not a shit show?
No. You guys give
Really?
up?
I give
I
up.
don't know. Ben gives up? What's the point total looking like right now, Chris?
Oh,
Well, Ben guessed. Ben was at -7, I think, going into
So
the
it's not
third
negative
round.
8.
Now he's got -8. David, you're at -4 going into this round. You guessed twice though, so you're at
Yeah,
-6.
-6. Well, if Ben gives up, I'll give up.
hold on, no. I think David should give 2 more guesses.
Really, you want me to get
There's no
positive
reason
points?
that I want him
You
to.
guys are
but I
very
want him to.
close. I won't tell you guys. I'll just give you guys some hints. You guys are
Okay.
very close, but maybe think of antonyms.
Can we
Antonyms.
get like an Australian accent? Because I feel like I could get it with the
I
accent.
think a piece of piss is a really good thing then.
You're getting warmer, David.
Oh my, a really good experience.
A piece of
No,
piss
not quite.
is really funny.
No, okay. I'm just
This
gonna
is
tell
really
you guys because
funny.
you're not gonna get it.
Wait.
A piece of
I'm
piss
gonna tie
is-
it up with Ben. Let me tie it up with Ben. I think it's the opposite of a shit show. That's my last guess.
Well, that's a very good
Okay.
guess.
What's the
David.
opposite of a
Thank
shit
you.
show, David?
Just the opposite of a shit show. Like
Which is
the opera.
what?
Like Shakespeare's opera or something. I don't know. It's incredible.
You think
It's
it
a
means
masterpiece.
you think it means an opera?
I think it means it's a masterpiece, you know?
Les Miserables? That was a
Oh,
piece of piss,
no.
bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you
No?
guys
All right.
aren't
Well,
gonna
then we're
get
tied
it.
up.
Okay, it means piece of piss in American means piece of cake. It means it's easy.
Ah.
I don't know why the Australians decided to call it piece of piss. How do you think of a sentence that doesn't give it away? But then I also was struggling to find of something that's easy.
Swimming is a piece of piss. Could be that's
Is it,
ambiguous.
though?
Could be difficult. Could be
I
hard.
feel
Could be
no.
easy.
I feel like if we had the Australian accent, I would have got it right away.
I did give you an Australian accent. I said, "This is a piece of piss, mate. This quiz is a piece of piss,
Oh,
mate."
so that's a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake, isn't
Oh.
it?
Yes.
Oh, I
That's
see
what I
now.
said.
Oh.
Well,
did
now
Ben
that you did
win?
the accent,
I said.
Did Ben win because of
Shut up. Shut up.
Now that you
Okay,
get the
let's bring
accent.
up the scores. Ben, you're sitting at like what? -15.
no,
It's
no,
negative
no, no, no.
9.
I'm -1.
No, you're -9.
Yeah, but all of my guesses have had like some sort of relevance, so I feel like that's 0. David's have
Bullshit.
been all negative. David's have been worthless guesses.
Ben's at like
honestly.
-10. David, I think you're at -8. So that makes David our winner.
I'll take it.
It turns
Winner or
out David knows a
not
lot
loser?
about Australia. David knows a lot about British slang, not so much Australian. When it comes to Australian, you guys are out of luck. All right, so I've got, I don't know if it's a topic or a dilemma, but we all are familiar with climate change, right?
Okay.
You know, we're all talking about climate change these days. People are going to EV cars, all that stuff. And it seems like people are consciously making an effort to change climate, but I've yet to see a change because it sounds like people are constantly saying, you know, the world's getting worse, right? So I decided, you know what? I'll take some of this stuff in my own hands and I'll think of the solution. I'm not looking for a way to help. I'm looking for the solution. I think the
Okay.
three of us can think of it.
I
I
think
thought
we
of
can.
2 ideas. Okay. You guys tell me which one's the best one, or we can combine the 2. The first idea is eliminating vegetarians.
Ah. I was having a talk about this with a friend earlier, but continue.
So, in my theory, if we eliminate vegetarians, we will eliminate the CO2 in the air because, you know, we're always being told the CO2 in the air is just too high. We need to get rid of it, greenhouse gas.
Okay.
And my theory is if you get rid of the vegetarians, since they're eating nothing but plants, and plants get rid of the CO2 in the air, and put oxygen in the air. We need oxygen. Vegetarians are just eating those guys, and they eat nothing but those guys, and it's kind of ruining it, right?
I see.
Also, we meat eaters, I eat meat, we're getting rid of other eat meters that are taking the oxygen and putting not only other CO2 into the gas, but also methane.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's a genius idea, actually. We gotta keep as many plants here as we can. If we just eat them all the time, then there's a problem. That's what we're running into.
Yeah,
If you look at the chart, I don't think there were vegetarians before that chart started climbing.
exactly. God forbid vegans.
The problem I have with this, if we're all meat eaters, we got to cut down more trees to make more farmland.
That's not true. No.
And if we don't have enough farmland, we're gonna have to make the sacrifice. Like, do we raise cows for meat, or do we raise cows for butter? I'm a big fan of butter. I like butter on toast. Chris, do you love butter?
I could take it.
Chris loves butter. Chris loves butter. I don't want to get to 2044 and have to make the choice between meat or butter. What do you guys think?
Totally
Well,
agree.
Ben, it's either meat or butter or saving the world.
Yeah.
Well, saving the world means making the choice, meat or butter. Obviously, no vegetables, but now the choice is not meat or veggies; it's meat or butter.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have an idea that solves this. You stop killing cows for meat. All right? Here's what you do. Fish. We have a lot of water here, guys. Fish don't breathe air. They breathe water. They're not going
They
to
do
cut down
breathe.
on our oxygen.
They breathe air.
Oxygen.
No,
Dissolved
they live
oxygen.
underwater.
Breathe
They live underwater, so they breathe water. Stick with me on this one, guys. Stick with me.
Okay.
Hear him out. Hear
Okay.
him out.
So the math just works out great. We don't lose any oxygen making more of these guys. They don't create more CO2 because they just breathe water. They breathe in clean water, breathe out dirty water. And we can eat all those little fuckers that we want. It's just free meat. All right.
You know what? That sounds
I mean,
flawless.
It's
And you can still keep some cows around for butter. It'll be fine.
a point. I don't think it's a valid point, but
And
it's
you
a
don't
point.
need to cut down the rainforest because you're using water, not land. It's genius.
Okay, what about this? I want to piggyback off
Okay,
David's
okay.
idea. Genetic modification.
All right.
We've seen it in every single industry. What if we genetically modify a cow to live underwater?
I knew you were going to go there.
So make the cow eat the fish. We don't want to eat the fish. The fish are disgusting, let's be honest. The fish are disgusting. They swim in their own pee and poo. They're disgusting.
That's just the dirty water they breathe
Make
out.
the cow. Yeah, exactly. Just make the cow eat the fish.
Here's what I'm thinking.
And we
Here's
eat
what
the
I'm
cow.
thinking. You can skip the whole genetic modification thing. Just strap an air tank to them, throw them underwater in a scuba suit. You're done.
But now the air tanks.
No, you don't got to worry about that. That's compartmentalized air. You don't need that air. It's gone.
Actually, David, you don't need a tank. Just get a really long tube, like a hose.
That's true. That's true. And where's the hose go to,
You need
Chris?
a lot of hoses.
To the surface.
But
Where there's
then they're
air.
breathing. Then they're breathing our air again. That's the issue.
Well, if you're doing canned oxygen, they're also breathing our air as well.
No, they're breathing their air because it's in a can. I don't breathe the air in that can.
Where do you think that air comes from?
A factory.
Outer space?
A factory.
What if we genetically modify
Mm-hmm.
cows to not only live underwater but also breathe carbon dioxide?
Or that they breathe water like a fish. Either one.
Or not breathe at all?
Or they
Yeah. I say you just drown the cows. They'll grow, right?
See, the problem with cows is they also produce methane. Methane's also a greenhouse gas. So what if we what if we genetically modify them to not only not breathe oxygen or disperse CO2, but also just not poop? Just they're the most efficient animal in the world.
That would be a lot of work.
Well, everyone, it's a well-known fact that if you fart underwater, it just turns into
does.
bubbles. It doesn't turn into methane.
And that's what the fish breathe, right?
No, they
Yep.
breathe water. Stupid.
No, they breathe bubbles. They breathe bubbles. They don't breathe water.
I don't know where you're getting this information, man. You're sounding real dumb right now.
I don't know where you're getting your
You
information.
must feel real stupid right now. Fish breathe bubbles, huh? Yeah, right. All right, Chris, what was your second idea? You had one idea.
Yeah, so that was my first idea. I think you guys already hit a home run there. I think maybe if we combine the second one, we can maybe speed up the process. So my second idea is, I don't know if you guys have heard of this before, but NASA created this DART program where they shot a rocket at an asteroid and they moved the asteroid off of its orbital, whatever you call it, route. So what if we shoot a rocket at Earth, push it back a little from the sun? Now we're not as far from the sun. Earth's not getting as hot anymore.
I think this is a genius idea. I don't see why we don't do this.
And I think it's a double whammy because we could shoot the rocket right at North Korea and just two birds with one
I
stone.
don't want to get into that.
Yeah, we don't want to go in towards the sun.
Well, David, the Earth spins. You just wait for
Exactly. You got time. You got time the
We would
rocket
wait.
real good. That's the issue.
We're not stupid.
That's all I'm saying. I got making sure you're timing this rocket.
We got time the rocket
To
real
heat
good
wood.
now.
Now here's a bonus thing. You can make the rocket run on the cow methane.
A biothermal
That would
rocket.
save you some. I don't know. Lots of greenhouse gases.
See, these are the type
That's
of
3
ideas
birds with
people
one
like
stone.
NASA and environmental scientists need to be thinking of. We've
They're
been
just too
sitting
scared
here
to
for
say
like
it.
8.5 minutes. We've already thought of
Yeah.
this stuff. I mean, come on.
They're too scared to
Now,
say
if
it.
This
you
is
are
light work.
if you are one of these environmental scientists or NASA listening to this, our ideas are not free. So
No.
please email us at podcastdilemmas@gmail.com. We will come to an agreement, and we'll help you save the world.
We've already got copyrights filed.
Yeah.
You gotta fight us.
So don't even try.
We do accept bribes, though.
obviously.
We are not above bribes.
We're open to licensing
at
these
all.
ideas. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But in 2040, no more cow, all fish.
Well, cowfish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cowfish.
and this also helps pescatarians.
Yeah, it does.
That would really help.
They're kind of
pescatarians.
like the redheaded stepchild of like the food diet world.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
understand.
there's
the
other
whole thing.
religions out there who don't eat like pork, and India
Yeah.
doesn't eat cows. Everyone eats fish that I know. So
Yeah.
there we go. I will say, if we go with this fish idea of just only eating fish, places like Long John Silver's are going to start booming, right?
Yeah. They will have a lot more
Yeah,
product.
we should take a cut of that.
Yeah, we should probably start investing now.
Yeah. Well, I do like Ben's idea.
Well, they should just give us a cut of that.
Yeah. I'm thinking we really do need to work on that cowfish.
Yeah. I can't see myself eating fish constantly. I'd
No.
need some sort of
I get
cowfish.
very tired of it.
Maybe
yeah.
a chicken fish.
Yep.
Maybe a pig fish.
Dogfish and catfish already exist, but no one eats those. So
Yeah, that's obviously offsides.
They can be pets.
they can be pets. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I guess everyone's going to have to keep a pet fish these days after that.
Yeah.
True. All right, scientists, you heard the word. Get to it. We'll expect a paycheck in the mail by 2040, and if we don't see one by then, we'll be coming after you with lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Well, that's all we have for today. We learned that sports teams need better chants and that Ben and David are no good at Australian slang. Now, if you like this podcast, please consider giving us a follow on whatever platform you are listening with. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, or if you just want a shout out, please contact us at podcastdilemmas@gmail.com. I'll put a link in the description. Or you can message us through one of our various social media sites, and if you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon by clicking the link below. But that's going to be goodbye from me, David,
Goodbye.
Ben.
See ya, viewers.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya!